everyone, we will now tackle what kind of classroom environment we should have in order to teach pantomime. The first thing that we must consider is the class size. Now, pantomime requires individual attention so that every child can have the opportunity to participate in class. If the class is very large, it is more ideal for the teachers to divide the class into half since pantomime requires a group of only 15 to 20 persons. This will also help the teacher to be able to handle the class. The next one is the length of class period. Our attention span varies from one to another. There are also situations sometimes that we need to handle. That is why the length and the frequency of the class depends on the age and the situation of the players or the students. A very young child ideally requires 10 to 15 minutes of daily experience. As for older children, they require 3 or 2 meetings for 45 minutes or an hour to work out well. High school students and young adults can take 2 hours, but usually, it is more preferable to have frequent meetings but in short length of time. As for club groups, they can meet once a week. It is quite undesirable, but it can be possible through arrangements. For those schools that has creative drama in their curriculum, they can have regular meetings all throughout the year. For those who don't have it, it depends on the teacher on how and when it will be introduced. Perhaps they can integrate it in some subjects. The third one to consider is the playing space. Since there are a lot of players, pantomime requires large spaces. It is more desirable for creative drama to be done or practiced inside a large room, since stage is for formal rehearsals only. If it is not a large room, a classroom with chairs pushed aside will do. Space makes for freedom, and cramped or small spaces inhibits it. If the space is too large, leaders should put boundaries because it might arise or it can arise problems, especially for those uncontrolled group or new groups. Too small spaces or too large spaces can present problems. That is why everything must be prepared and needs to be taken into consideration. That is all the first 3 that we need to consider to have a good classroom environment to teach pantomime.